Hey, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Inside Scots Sports, new episode. That's me, a student athlete, interviewing other student athletes and faculty on campus. Let's get into today's episode. Welcome back to Inside Scots Sports. Here's another episode. Today we have a senior on the women's soccer team, Tori Aquilino. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Hunter?
I'm great. So I want to start off with how you got here. What brought you to Alma College?
So I would say the biggest thing that brought me to Alma was just like the passion that everyone has for the school. And I think like now that I'm a student athlete here, I even get to like bring that upon other like visiting prospective student athletes, which is fun.
That's awesome. What was your go-to activity this past summer? I know it was kind of tight. You couldn't really do much, but...
Two things which kind of like worked out well together, cooking and exercising. So I got to eat, but then I also worked out quite a bit to kind of negate that. So
is cooking one of your major hobbies?
Definitely, yeah. I feel like it's a good creative outlet.
What's your favorite thing to do on campus now, going off of that?
Socially distant friend hangouts outside are cool, and then now that the Sherman like strength and conditioning rooms open on the weekends, that's kind of been a go-to for me.
That's great. Well, what sparked your interest in soccer?
I actually remember right when my dad asked me if I wanted to try playing soccer. We were like coming home from the grocery store, and I think I was like 5 or 6, and my first thought was, oh my God, kicking a ball with your feet, that sounds so hard. But I'm here now, so obviously it worked out well.
You made it.
Yeah.
Obviously you grew up in Canton, Michigan, and that's huge for soccer tournaments, for anybody that plays soccer. Do you think that had a kind of led you towards soccer at all?
Yeah, Southeast Michigan for sure has a really good soccer culture. There's like a lot of teams and a lot of involvement, and it's kind of a thing where you like just go play pickup with your friends all the time. So it's good to be like immersed in a community that values soccer.
Definitely, I love it. So going off of soccer, you are the president of SAAC here, the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Can you tell me a little bit more about your role?
Yeah, so I got involved with SAAC originally my sophomore year, just as a representative for the team. But since then, like I've just really enjoyed getting to like network with other student athletes, not only at Alma, but like across the entire nation, which is really cool. It's interesting to like be able to amplify the student athlete voice and like get to know other student athletes and their experiences at their campuses, because it's like something that all unites us.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Do you have a most memorable kind of event throughout your whole time in SAAC?
Yeah, I think sophomore year when I got to go to the NCAA convention in Florida, that was really cool because there's representatives from every NCAA school and every division. So just the amount of people there was insane, and it's crazy to see like, even though we are on like this small campus, we're part of something that's so big. That's
great. I know we talked earlier about your bucket list. You've crossed 16 countries off of your list, and tell me a little bit about your goal.
Yeah, so I'm trying to visit 30 before I turn 30. That's the goal, so I've obviously just crossed the halfway threshold, but I've still got a little bit of ways to go.
On the horizon, what countries are you looking forward to the most?
I'd really like to visit Greece. Maybe once I graduate as a graduation trip, we'll see.
That's awesome. So then going off of that, what with the countries that you're looking forward to, how is this attainable, you think? Is this I mean, that seems insane.
It's definitely going to take probably until I turn 30, but hopefully I can hit a couple of countries all on the same trip and cross some off my list.
You talked about how you actually grew up in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about growing up there. Was it different? Do you remember much?
Yeah, so I moved here when I was 10, so I did live there for quite a while, and I just remember like I lived on like a decent sized like plot of land, so I was always playing in the woods with my siblings back when I was a little kid.
That's great. Where in Pennsylvania?
Just outside of Pittsburgh, which is also a huge sports city. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't even like compare to Detroit, which is kind of interesting. But
so you've been around sports then, you'd say, your whole life?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan when I was a kid. Still am.
So you have 4 siblings.
Yes.
So what was it like growing up with such a big family?
The house was always busy, but there was always someone to hang out with. So it has its downsides and its upsides, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I'm assuming it's a very quiet house, probably then.
Yeah, of course.
So then, onto some fun questions. If you had to pick one coach or faculty member in the athletics department to survive on an island with, who would it be and why?
For sure, Fletcher, because I think he would have some like primitive like hunting instincts that would help us catch food to survive.
I can see that. I can see that. And then you did talk to me earlier, your favorite meal to cook is steak. So besides steak, if you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
My mom makes really good pork tacos, and every time she makes them, I always say, like, I could eat this for the rest of my life.
And then finally, if you could pick one animal in the world that describes yourself, what would it be and why is it?
I think it would have to be a monkey, probably because they like tend to be curious, and I love that they just hang out and swing from the trees. Like, that sounds like a relaxing life.
I love it. So then we'll finish this up with a speed round. We're going to see how many questions you can answer, and we'll put 60 seconds on the clock. And here we go. So, favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite midnight snack?
French fries.
Favorite breakfast food?
Breakfast burritos.
Favorite drink?
Water.
Favorite TV show?
I don't watch TV.
Okay. Fall or spring?
Spring.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
Hot dog or hamburger?
Hamburger.
Pens or pencils?
Pens.
Do you snore?
No.
Favorite flavor of ice cream?
Ben & Jerry's half-baked.
Favorite number?
11.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Brownies or cookies?
Brownies. July 4th.
Texting or FaceTiming?
Texting.
Drawing or painting?
Drawing.
Water or Gatorade?
Water.
Say a word in Spanish.
Hola.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Big dogs or small dogs?
Big dogs.
Paper or plastic?
Reusable bags.
Milk or chocolate milk?
Milk.
Is the earth flat or round?
Round.
Favorite superhero?
Wonder Woman.
Are you a morning person?
Yes, for sure.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
Your favorite genre of music?
Go with hip hop.
Pop. And that is all. Well, Tori, thank you very much for coming on the show this week.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me, Hunter.
And thank you for watching another episode of Inside Scots Sports. I'm your host, Hunter Nash, and make sure to stay positive and test negative.